Alright guys, welcome back to McGee's Garage. We're here at Orlando Speed World for Sick Week. Currently, got some larger YouTubers here. There's the 240, Jack Sand and stuff. We're here to look at some really good racing. The only day that I was able to attend. Me and Dad are here having a good time. Hey to YouTube. Sick week. Sick week. So, just kind of walking around the pits, gonna watch some pretty nice passes. There's some bad cars here. And I guess this is day 3 or 4 for being at OSW, which is my local track. So I called in sick today, down for some racing. This is that Javelin, that's nasty. Saw this car at SEMA. Look at that tire. Look at all those spark plugs. So if you guys don't know what Sick Week is, it is a drag and drive. It's over 1,000 miles, and each day they go to a different motorsports park and basically run races. They're bracket racing. Whoever's the most consistent wins, and you also have to finish. Nasty Nova. It's Try 5 here. Alex Taylor. I don't know all the other YouTubers, sorry. But so there are a couple rules. You see a lot of these cars hauling these little trailers. That's because you can't have a support truck or put your car on a trailer or anything. It's basically all self-contained is how they do this race, which is a big ask for a lot of these cars, because a lot of these cars are running 4,000 horsepower on the track. So you see all these pit spaces, and they got these little trailers absolutely packed with tools. This is Steve Morris with the wagon. Love this car. So those are just some of the companies that are joining. I have no idea how Steve Morris gets anything done. He's such a nice guy. You can walk right up to him, talk to him, and he'll make time for you. I have no idea how he gets anything done on this car. So when I say this is a big event, this is what I mean. This is not even half the cars in the field. Look at these, they're just lined up all the way around. Every single one of these cars is full-blown drag car. Look at this Vicky. More than speed. That's a big old tire. We're at Express. Boys, these cars are absolutely moving. These things are busting off 7s. It's pretty crazy. I wish they did it like last year, but that's a little selfish of me because this is my local track. But yeah. 7-1. Woo! Goodness. So that Grand Le Mans wagon, I actually was standing next to it in the burnout box last year, and my ears were ringing for the remainder of the week. That wagon's moving. Oh my goodness. Damn. Ford Festiva appears to be 4G63 powered. All-wheel drive. Insane. So we're with the owner here. What's your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. From Palm Bay.
Palm Bay. Tell me about your Festiva.
It's a 1990 Festiva with a 1990 Eclipse GSX all-wheel drive driveline.
Oh my goodness.
You know, stuff in this.
How did you come to that idea?
Bad decisions.
Okay.
Pretty much. I had the body sitting in my backyard for a couple of years. I bought a GSX to build it.
Right.
And come to find out, the body was just so rusted, it was not road worthy.
Okay.
So that sat in my backyard for a couple of years. I've done a couple other drag and drives events with another car, which got me thinking. I'm like, oh well, let's take 2 crap cars. Let's make one crap car together.
Awesome.
You know. So, and this is what came out of it. So
yeah.
It's shoehorned in there.
What? How much horsepower are you making?
It makes just under 500 on about 27, 28 pounds of boost. That's pretty spicy in a Ford Festiva. It is. We're trying to get it all under control. Day 1, it tried to make 50 pounds of boost. My boost controller settings apparently were whacked out. I downgraded the turbo to help it light off better, but apparently my settings were really bad. It kept boost cutting on day 1. Yesterday, we turned around. I just shut the boost controller off. It made 19 pounds of boost on just spring. So now I've got a data log. I got some clean data to work off of. So I turned it up just a tiny bit, or hopefully we'll shoot around. I'm looking for 23, 25 pounds of boost.
Awesome. Yeah, last year you were here, and I saw you were under the car messing with the transmission or something.
So last year it was a 5-speed. And everything, and the clutch exploded.
That's right.
Yeah. So we spent the next 2 days under this replacing it, pulled it out twice. So replaced the clutch, and then we come to find out the flywheel came loose. So we had to pull the transmission back out again. So, and with a stock clutch in it, we had to baby it the whole trip.
Yeah.
Plus, it actually hurt the transfer case. I think when everything locked up and it unloaded and everything, it did something. The transfer case was making. When I pulled into my house after sick week, it was whining so bad, making noises. So, but the motor was fine.
Okay. Well, that's good.
After that, I decided I'm done. I'm ditching the 5-speed, and it has an auto in it now.
And it's running more consistent, more reliable.
So much better.
Awesome.
So much better.
Well, I'm glad you're doing better this year, and I hope you have a good sick week.
Oh, that's what we're trying.
Steve, he joined us last year on sick week. Actually, that is not Richard Tech. I believe we have an incorrect number.
This is so cool. You can walk up to somebody in the pits, and you know, I'm not going to get at them when they're in the middle of thrashing, because there are plenty of people thrashing that I want to talk to, but I'm not getting in the middle of that for an interview. That's selfish. I'm not doing it. But when you go up to somebody who's just chilling and having a good day, man, they want it. They love talking on camera. It's so nice. For all the racers, you know, usually with the racers, they're pretty chill.
Oh my goodness!
That teal Cobra was squatting down. I don't know if his front tires ever touched. I couldn't see because of the wall. But that car was cooking. I love drag racing. It's so much fun. People will look, oh, there's no turns. Like, I don't care. These cars are doing 200 miles an hour. Who cares? This Mercury Cougar. This is what I like right here. This is one of my favorite cars from the 60s. Love the car, man. So we found out this Cougar has an LS in it. Woo! That's not what I was expecting at all.
That's my favorite reaction.
Yeah, I was expecting like an FE motor or a small block Ford or something, but yeah.
When I got it, it was 289.
Yep.
We went through a couple cams in there, and it just didn't like it, so I had that in the corner of the shop, and that's what went in.
Very nice.
Yeah, for sure.
I too have an LS sitting in the corner of the shop. I don't know what to do with, so we'll see.
They're convenient like that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a very nice car. I like how you kept it all patinaed and ratty and stuff.
Yeah, we try to keep it all under the hood, and that way when the hood's shut, nobody knows what to expect.
Yeah. So a lot of the cars here at Sick Week that aren't even running are just absolutely insane, out of control. at this Pontiac here. Blown. Just a nasty, nasty car.
940 at 144 for the rip ride of Craig Ridenour.
Little pinstriping there. Very nice build. Ooh, look at the interior. This thing's gutted out. Nice.
The bad penny left hand side.
This Nova's extremely clean. Like, look at the body lines on this Nova and the bodywork. It is just, this is a really nice car.
It's Jeremy Bonnet's Willie's coupe. Or slower.
We went to Leadfoot City. I picked up a car down the street, and that was one of the checkpoints that happened to be on the day. And this car was at the checkpoint.
That will continue.
It's a very nice wagon. Oh my goodness! Look at this Willys. Come on, look at this thing. That's nuts.
The twin turbo 8-second 66
There's nothing I'd change about this car at all.
He'll stage up against Richard R.C. Flint. Flint in the
cockpit
6th
going on here.
approved orange wrapped Honda S2000.
Look at this paint.
It is literally
The
like
glimmer
an
and the
almost
shine,
duplicate
the
of SICK
sparkles.
Orange. I don't know if they actually have a SICK
And this
Orange film
wing
or not,
just,
but it's
that's just the cherry on top, that wing. Okay, so we have an exceptionally rare car here. This is a real Mistachrome Cobra. Very rare color.
All clear at the top end before we send our next pair into the
This is one of the cleaner ones I've actually seen. Just something about these old Fords. Oh, Slowbro. That's good. Now this is some old school stuff. This is kind of what I like to see. It's probably early 80s when they were just kind of really figuring out what they want to do with custom paint work. And this is before wraps and everything. So this is all airbrushed by an artist on this truck. Pretty crazy. It's all been touched. Oh my goodness, look at the interior. Looks like this thing jumped right out of the 80s. Oh, he's even got glass etching. You do not see that any longer. Look at the glass etching. They etched a dragon. This is a crazy build right here. Original art by Ken Coy, 80. Yep, just what I thought. Jumped right out of the 80s. Very cool. So I saw this while I was walking around, and this is one of my favorite year Jeeps and designs, the old Willys Jeep, and it's a wagon as well, or sedan delivery, whatever you want to call it. Twin turbo LS. Just, this thing is, it's just radical. And I think I saw this at SEMA. I'd have to go back in my videos and look if I did. But this is a pretty radical truck right here. Love the Billet Specialties wheels. How you doing? The stance on this truck is just absolutely insane. Okay, so this is Finnegan's car, Blasphemy. That's pretty cool to see. I haven't seen this car in person actually, so that's cool. Looks like he's having some issues. That's pretty normal. This is a pretty rowdy car. He's not afraid to get down with it, looks like. I've always liked these 455 Pontiac Trans Ams. This is one of my favorite years as well of these cars. Looks like a Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am here. Ooh, look at those turbos. It's a pretty nasty car. Look at that. On the little Trans Am logo in the wheels, that's a nice touch. So when you're walking around the pits at Sick Week, it is absolutely packed out, crazy. People are working on cars. They got engines out, transmissions, tires, whatever, trying to get their cars patched up enough to get to the next race spot. All these guys want to win. All these guys want to win their class. So everybody's thrashing. It's one of the better events that I've ever been to, for sure. And it's kind of got a cult following at this stage in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally got a report from the top end because of the unique tower situation.
Look at this Pro Mod Corvette. That's pretty crazy. Turbo Miata, I believe they did Sick Week last year as well. This S2000 is just insane. Look at that turbo wheel going. Pretty sure that car just busted off a 7. Ooh, a GNX. Look at that. Oh, he's still running the 6-cylinder and everything. That's awesome. Check out the paint on this Myers Manx. Look at that. Looks like a bass boat. Turbo. Oh, signed by Bruce Myers. This is a cool car. So we have a R32 GTR, little break from all the muscle cars. This was actually my high school dream car. One of these when they were still somewhat attainable. Oh, he's got carbon fiber bumper and taillight bezels. That's pretty cool. A lot of carbon fiber on this car. So this is a full-blown race car Tesla. I'm glad he's here. I believe he was having some issues on the highway the other night. Do not want to get in their way, but it is a turbo LS car. Last time I checked, I saw it up close a couple years ago, or 1 year ago. Look at this. A little dark. Pro charged. Nice. So this is a Mark III Supra, and I actually like the styling on these more than I like the Mark IVs. This is a really nice car. I've always liked these quite a bit. So there's a Maverick there. That's one of my favorite smaller cars from 70s America, for sure. Motion Raceworks truck. It's really cool to see, like, there's not just super high dollar builds here, $1 million cars, whatever. There's everything. There's just clapped out cars running 16s, and there's cars running 6s. It's a really good mix. And that's what I really like about bracket racing. Is this a Hornet? Oh no, it's a Chevette. That's cool.